I've been really wanting to get back into knitting, and I've left all my knitting things back home. So I went to a yarn store here in Osaka, and I got myself some yarn and some needles. I'm very new to knitting still, so going into a yarn store is stressful and overwhelming rather than like joyous, because I don't know what I'm meant to be buying, and I get really confused with like, I don't know. Anyway, we got there in the end. I think part of the overwhelm was also that everything was in Japanese, but thankfully Ray was there and was able to help. Um, so yeah, I got a pattern online for a little scarf. So I think I'm really looking for kind of like a sense of routine or something that I can do every day that kind of grounds me a little bit, something that I can return to that is the same thing. In Madrid, we were staying put. We were in one place, we were in Madrid, and that was our space. And here in Japan, we're moving around quite a bit, which is fun, but it's also kind of destabilizing. And I think I find a lot of safety in routine and ritual and having, you know, certain things that I do in the morning. And I'm gonna start knitting again, and I'm gonna try and figure it out. I don't understand the pattern that well, but I just need to watch some videos, I'm sure. I'm on my way to a cafe right now. I'm just gonna hang out, read my book. And I just wanted to give a big thank you to Klook for sponsoring this video. They have been the perfect travel companion. Without data, without an eSIM on my phone, I would be no one and nothing in Japan. I don't think I'd survive more than 5 minutes. So it's so convenient that I was able to download an eSIM onto my phone in a matter of seconds with Klook. Just through the app, I chose my plan, how much data I wanted, and I was ready to go. I was ready to go exploring. Klook doesn't only offer eSIM packages, they also have heaps of different experiences you can book, from theme parks like Universal Studios to train travel all around Japan to accommodation. You can book everything you need on a single app. You can sign up to Klook today by clicking the link in the description box below, and you can use my code Nina Montagne to get a discount on your next trip. Thank you so much to Klook for partnering with me on this trip to Japan and for making it so easy. We are going to the park to go for a little walk, see some nature, and then I want to go to a stationery store. I want to get some notebooks, I want to get some pens, I want to get some cute stickers, I want to get cute everything. That's what I want. Sure thing, guys. Sure thing, guys. I've been reading this philosophy magazine that I think you've seen throughout this video. I've been taking notes on it and it's been very comforting. One of the main questions they are asking throughout the magazine, but specifically in this article, is what is the meaning of life and how do we find meaning in our lives? And so they go through different famous philosophers and well-respected philosophers and what their approach to that question is. And one theme that comes up time and time again, they all have different approaches, but one of them is the importance of asking questions, being courageous enough to ask questions, because when you ask a question, you're admitting that you don't have all the answers. So there's some humility in that. And how through asking questions, the important ones and the deep ones, leads to you knowing yourself better, and that ultimately is the meaning of life, is to get to know yourself better, whilst at the same time having the courage to ask these questions and have the courage to understand that we will not have all the answers ever to this question. There is not one kind of like absolute truth about what the meaning of life is, and therefore it's going to be different for every person, and there should be some reverence and respect towards the unknown. And that simply living a life without getting to know yourself is kind of living on autopilot. Very often I very much question every single decision that I've made, and it's mostly just because sometimes I find myself in a social circle in which everybody around me has made a very drastically different decision that I've made with their lives, and it's very easy for me to compare myself to them and think, oh my god, where did I go wrong? And it's a very active process of having to pull myself out of that headspace and like having to reflect on my life and the decisions that I've made and have the trust and I think the respect also that I deserve, that I have not made these decisions out of nowhere. The decisions that I've made, and I feel like a lot of the times decisions that a lot of people make come with a lot of context about yourself and a lot of experiences that you've learned from, and desires and values, and therefore, like, of course my life is going to look different to another person. And it's so funny because as soon as I find myself in a different social circle, and I like these people all the same, but it's just a different friend group, and then, oh, these people have made similar decisions to me. We're in a similar page. And so we're all going to feel in certain times and in certain phases of our lives and in different groups of people, we're going to feel like we have made odd decisions.